This just in. It's time to take a look back at SmackDown on the wrestling show. So, let's go.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Lip really loves wrestling. He likes to talk about it too. If you like to watch wrestling like he do, come and join us on the wrestling show. On the wrestling show. On the wrestling show. Baby.
Well, welcome to the wrestling show. I'm your most fickle host, Lip Hazlewood, and this is a very cynical look back at the latest episode of representing the WWE and live from the Bach Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's a Friday Night SmackDown, air date October the 13th. That's right, Friday the 13th, 2023. This episode is, of course, the season premiere of a SmackDown. Okay, now, before we get started, before we dive into the show, just a quick shout out to the non-competitors. They are the glue that holds the building together. First and foremost, he represents the authority figure. It's Adam Pearce. Next, getting all the backstage scoops and all the pre-match interviews, it is Kayla Braxton. And, of course, heading into the ring, letting everybody know who's about to fight and the results of such matches, we got ourselves Mike Rome. And, most importantly, it's the commentary crew. It's the play-by-play guys, the hosts, and I even call them the narrators of the whole damn show. They are the team of... He's very impeccably styled, and I'm not afraid to admit it. He is extremely handsome as well. He is the very reliable Corey Graves. Now, backing up Corey Graves, it is a man he refers to as a KP, but we all know him as the very enthusiastic Kevin Patrick. And rounding off the three-man team, it is, of course, he's a longtime veteran of over 25 years. It's Michael Cole, baby. Now, without any further ado, let's get started. Let's get started with the show. And we start big with... That's right. With a perfect song, like in your imagination, done for you by me. It's John Cena. And John Cena,
hi. I would like to welcome everybody to the season premiere of SmackDown.
There, that's better.
I'm John Cena.
Anyway, so he welcomes people to the new season of SmackDown, and then while it comes on, it's, ding, 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 dink, 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 dink. You guessed it. It's the tribal chief himself with his very own music. Comes down to the ring, not by himself, though. He's with, the wise man, Paul Heyman, and Solo Sikoa. It's true. So they come down to the ring there, and the thing is, Roman Reigns, he said, if you're going to open my show, do it right. It's like, really? Roman Reigns? Oh, you think it's your show, huh? Just because you're the Universal Champion of SmackDown? You got to be there, I would say, yeah, it's funny. It's like, can they only have one champion there at a time? Rey Mysterio, even though they have Rey Mysterio on the show, but Rey Mysterio is not in the ring, no Rey Mysterio in the ring. So, yeah. So, technically, I don't know. All I know is Roman Reigns, he's never there. So, does he really run the place? I don't think so. So anyways, he says, you do it right, and he tries to get the crowd to acknowledge him. But one thing for sure, absence does not quite make the heart grow fonder. He's lost a lot of respect with the audience. I lost a lot of respect for him. He just barely fights. And the fights he has, his defenses he has, most of them are, there's an asterisk beside it because he's had help with the victory. This year, I believe, now, throughout his entire title reign, like well over 1,000 days, 30 defenses. 4 this year, 7 last year. Really? Do you even deserve that belt? I don't think so. I do not think so. Anyways, it's about John Cena. He acknowledges the fact that Roman Reigns has been a champion for a long time. He acknowledges the fact that has happened. He's one of the greatest out there. And also, John Cena cannot, however, doesn't feel he can challenge the Tribal Chief to a match because he hasn't earned his fight. He hasn't wrestled enough. But even though we all know if John Cena wanted to fight, they would have no problem letting him fight. The higher-ups, Triple H,
Sure, it makes money. I'll do it.
He doesn't sound like that. But anyways, but John Cena has something else in mind because he's been doing some work with the new coming L.A. Knight. And L.A. Knight comes down to the ring. John Cena gladly hands over the microphone.
Here it is, your microphone.
Just like Paul Heyman handed over the microphone to Roman Reigns. Now, this is a huge, the biggest moment in LA Knight's career. Not only is he in a ring with John Cena, not only is he in a ring with the great Paul Heyman, but he's in a ring with the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. Now, one thing Roman does bring to everything, it's his confidence. He has a certain confidence. He doesn't have to be there all the time. Well, he's never there all the time, but it's a good thing he doesn't lose his swag, I suppose. That's about all I can say about Roman Reigns. He still doesn't deserve a championship in my mind. Anyways, LA Knight, you can tell he was could have made of almost overthinking things when he's talking. Because this is a big moment. You do not want to trip over your own tongue. That would make you look like a laughing stock. You do not want to be slurring your words. Mixing your thoughts up. So this guy's got to nail it. And he pretty much did. And LA Knight, he's saying, while you've been sitting on the couch for a month and a half, things have changed. Roman, things have changed. You don't run the things anymore, really. So it's Roman Reigns. He gets the mic back and he starts talking stuff too. So they have to go back and forth. And he's like, who do you think you are? Could this be LA Knight's step towards becoming champion? Roman Reigns dropping the belt to LA Knight? I don't know. It would be suitable. Roman Reigns can focus on his next career, his other career as an actor. You can probably do. You can tag team with John Cena with the next Barbie movie. This time, Roman Reigns would be another. I don't know. Okay, so anyways. Before anything can happen, we got ourselves the honorary Uso. Not really. It's the
Jimmy!
Not quite bloodline, I suppose. Not quite in the bloodline yet. Because his betrayal of Roman Reigns, kicking him in the throat a couple of times. What's that? What's that? So he tries to take out LA Knight. And as John Cena's right there, it's like, what's happening? It's too late. LA Knight's getting punked in the back, but LA Knight, he withstands that. He grabs Jimmy, and Jimmy's him out Jim's him out the window, out the ring, throws him out the ring, and then he confronts Roman Reigns once more, and then it's because it's 2-on-2 now. You can't have this. You can't have that. So yeah, they walk away, but it comes like a challenge. The challenge is out there. LA Knight versus Solo Sikoa. It's going to be big. Going to be a big. Mm-hmm. Because it's supposed to be. It's the main event, right? It's going to be, right? It's going to be. Okay, speaking of big, we have first match of the night. Oh, it is, okay. Returning to the ring, it's Elton Prince from his shoulder injury. He does the first match back. It's a tag team match. Pretty deadly. Elton Prince and Kit Wilson. Partners in life. Versus the Brawling Brutes, Butch and Ridge Holland. Still nowhere is Sheamus anywhere. I'm thinking Brawling Brutes, their career is going to go back to the NXT. I think they're going to have a 3-man team in NXT, and I do not think Sheamus will be part of that team. I believe Tyler Bate will be the new part of the Brawling Brutes, and it's going to be Ridge Holland taking over as the spokesperson, so to speak, the voice, the alpha person, I don't know, whatever you call it, the leader of the Brawling Brutes. Ridge Holland, like his mic skills getting much better. Anyways, this match here, this match was tough. It was a lot of fun. Now, here's the thing: there's a double-sided sword here. This match here, the tag ropes, when there were tags, tag ropes were used. But when you just run in and just decide to attack your opponent or attack someone in the ring there, maybe they might not be a legal person, but it's just ridiculous when he just starts running into the ring. And this happened like that. This was a lot of fun. But even though I do know Pretty Deadly, they are one of the best tag teams out there, and they can put together a great match. And this match was not. Early on in the match, we got ourselves Elton Prince. He starts the match off, and automatically, almost right off the bat, he goes for the hot tag, jump tag. Like minute into the match, like already. It's like this match was just disjointed. Disjointed, that's the word, I think. There's a lot of good intentions, but there's no real build up to these big moments. You're like, they're rushing this. Oh, the giant tag, I gotta get out. It was like, first tag out, you gotta jump tag it, really? Now, this match was in trouble right after that too, because we got later on. It's Kid Wilson. He's in the ring there, and he's doing some beating up, and then we got Kevin Patrick saying, "Oh yes, it's Kid Wilson back for revenge." It's like, no, Corey Graves, they corrected him. Like, yeah, Kid Wilson's avenging Elton Prince, because Elton Prince was the one who was injured. So I like that. Corey Graves, I like the fact that he's willing to call out mistakes. He's shows some backbone. Do people call that a heel move? Well, no, I don't. I think it's honesty, and that's great. Make sure that they know what they did wrong. Anyways, regardless, we move on now. And this match gets funny because they had the Brawling Brutes. They take on some moves of Sheamus, and one is the 10 beats of the Balor. Usually it's done against the ropes, and refs counting 1 to 5, and they get like at least 20 shots. It's like so ridiculous. Like, what's the point? So Rich Holland's in the ring there with Elton Prince doing the regular beats of Balor, and then you got Butch with Kit on top of the commentating table giving him the beats down there. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun, I tell you what. And then we got a moment where Elton Prince was knocked down. He rolls outside of the ring area, not outside the ring, onto the mat, but outside the ropes, but still on the ring. And then he climbs to he climbs up to his side of the corner, climbs up on the first turnbuckle area, and then he grabs a hold of Kit Wilson, and he pulls Kit Wilson up, and they're like this moment. I'm like, what's going on? What is this? They had this huge thing saying about Elton Prince. He's Elton Strong now. So yeah. The whole Elton Strong, I don't know. It was nonsense, the whole thing. So eventually Rich Holland is tagged in the ring, and he just smashes both Pretty Deadly, and then stacking them, just throwing them around and stacking them, just like power slamming Kit into Elton, just to hold the caboodle. He eventually gets a pin attempt on Elton Prince, and Kit breaks that up. Now here's an end sequence area. After the breakup, it's Butch comes into the ring there and tries to get rid of Kit Wilson. They climb outside the ring there. Butch tries to, I suppose, maybe try to power bomb, Kit Wilson. Kit, however, turns things around, counters it with the back body drop on the outside of the ring area, but on the ring, the hardest part of the ring apron, he lands there. So that was it for Butch. He's donezo. Back. Oh, no. He rolls out of the ring. It's done for him. So then, after that, look out. Kit. It's Ridge Holland with a big shimmering forearm to the face, knocking down Kit first time being. Then he focuses in the ring there, where it gets at this pinnacle of ridiculousness, where Ridge Holland, it's almost like a back body drop. It's like a Northern Lights kind of, a mix of a Northern Lights suplex and a back body drop, because they both go down. And after that, Elton Prince, he decides that, oh, my leg, oh, whoa, he hurts his leg. And the referee's like, oh, she basically stops the match. Doesn't stop the match, but stops Ridge Holland from finishing the match. So when they're fighting, when they're in a match, this is a wrestling match, people are going to get hurt. You check on them after the match is over. Can you no longer go? Okay. It doesn't matter. I mean, during the match, Ridge Holland should just finish it off, whatever. But the referee gets right there and decides, like, oh, I got to check on this medical condition. So ridiculous. She really gets down there on the, seeing if Elton's okay. Kit Wilson joins them because, of course, Butch is still knocked out and Kit was just knocked in the face. So he's seeing if his buddy's okay. And then that's where everything goes sideways. Ridge Holland's like, no, he's faking it, I'm telling you, he's faking it. Faking it. Don't fall for his tricks, his trickery. He goes to check one more time, and that's when he gets kicked in the chest by Kit Wilson. And Elton Prince jumps up to his feet. And then with the schoolboy, what Xavier Woods would call this would be the backwoods. Whoever loses to a roll-up is basically the most humiliating loss in the old wrestling. Is they're basically taking it in the rear. So basically, Ridge Holland, you with the old oil check, bow, you lose. So wow, the comeback match of a lifetime. But I can definitely see the Brawling Brutes leaving the main roster. I'm assuming that, and going to the NXT and starting afresh. But then again, it's taking a step backwards. Is NXT a step backwards? I don't know, but I know something's got to be done. But I still think Ridge Holland, leader, Butch, and Toilet Bite would be part of the team. Anyways, moving on. We go backstage with Kayla Braxton with Carlito. And basically it's like, so you're back. How does it feel? What does it feel like? And, Carlito thinks it's all cool. It's cool. And before we can say much more, he pulls out an apple, and that's Bobby Lashley's cue. Like, Bobby, the apple, Bobby, the apple. So Bobby jumps out there, he's like, oh, the apple. That's right, there's an apple. And he starts talking some stuff. I couldn't get over the apple part. He's like, that's my cue. That's right. And he comes in there. Kayla Braxton takes a powder. So anyways, it's all about, about your first match. He hasn't had his first match. Carly hasn't had his first match yet. And Carly's like, hey, how about this? How about these? My first match would be against, how about you? And before Bobby Lashley can say, hey, I'm a talent agent now. I'm not a fighter. I give them both the same accent. So yeah, Bobby Lashley, he doesn't fight anymore. He just gets in the ring every now and then for fun. But he's a talent agent. He didn't tell that to anybody yet. But Carlito, he gets attacked from behind by Bobby Lashley's private party. It is the Street Profits, So they all come down, they beat up. They just do some punches and kicks on, Carlito. Until, of course, it's Adam Pearce and, Jason Jordan. And another couple of guys maybe around there. But it's Jason Jordan. I'm thinking, wow, okay, maybe are we going to see something in the near future? Will we see it? Because they're trying to work on a tag team division. They're always working on a tag division, whether they're trying to construct it or destroy it. Maybe this could be a tag team for the future. Jason Jordan and Adam Pearce. Maybe. Maybe not. Who knows? Things do transpire with Adam Pearce later on, though. But here's the thing. Before they can really lay their beats down on, Carlito, nothing really happened because, of course, Adam Pearce, Jason Jordan broke things up. But here's the thing. After that, you would think that they took a hammer to Carlito's head and knocked him a couple of times, because he looked like he was literally waiting for the ambulance with that little beatdown. because we got ourselves people consoling him, the pity party. It's the rest of I think the LWO. You know, it's Rey Mysterio, Santos Escobar, and Dragon Lee. Now we all know Carlito is a new member of the LWO. I'm thinking, now who's not there? And who's not there are Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wilde. Now, they are both technically injured. They were injured in a match against the Hurt Business. Not Hurt Business, but Bobby Lashley and his private party. Hurt Business 2.0. I'm thinking, is Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wilde still part of WWE? Okay. So after that, we got ourselves, I call her the sexiest woman in SmackDown. It's representing Damage Control. It's Bayley. That's right. I say sexy because she's got one hell of a body. She's got the most curves. She got curves, that don't stop, that don't quit. Anyways, Bayley's sporting her I guess her forever hair. It's her the Jericho top ponytail. It's quite a sight. Anyway, she wants Adam Pearce's attention right now while Adam Pearce is finding out if Carlito is okay. And she wants, hey, listen, Io Sky, she needs a celebration after retaining her women's championship. And then it's Zelina Vega getting in her face. Oh, my God. And she's trying to push a narrative. And it's the groupie narrative. Well, you're a groupie. You want to be a Io Sky groupie? Really? The way I see it, and how everybody sees it, except for Zelina, it is the uncrowned champion is Bayley. She seems like she's still the mama hen in the Damage Control. Io Sky, she's never really taken control. She's not a talkative person. The person who talks most, we would assume, is the leader. Anyways, she tries to push the narrative, and it's not going. And they start jabbering away. Me, mow. Hey, how. And Adam Pearce like, hey, I got an idea. Charlie Robinson, how about you head out to the ring there? Get ready for a match, because it's going to be a match. Zelina Vega versus Bayley. It's going to be later on the mid-card match of tonight. So now after that, we go backstage again. It's with, of course, Roman Reigns, Sol Sikoa, and Paul Heyman. And basically, Roman Reigns saying, asking Jimmy what's going on, because Jimmy's taking I guess liberties, making calls, and it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Jay's like, I'm being you. I'm calling the plays. And Roman's like, so you think you're like the quarterback or something? So anyways, so he's like, basically, if you were the quarterback, what would you do? Jimmy? And Jimmy's like, well, I guess I'll bring back Jey Uso to the group, to the fold. And Roman's like, what? No! It's a spit in the face. So Jey Uso's a spit in the face, because Jey Uso having the tag team championship is a spit in the face to the bloodline, and an extra spit in the face is having a tag team championship with Cody Rhodes. So yeah. I guess Roman Reigns says, you handle that. You handle it. And no more yeets, and no more calling the play. Next up, we go into the ring with our match that we're waiting for, women's division. It's representing Damage Control is Bayley, and escorting Bayley to the ring there, it is Io Sky and Dakota Kai. Now, Dakota Kai, she's still injured. She's still suffering injury from a match of long ago. And basically, Dakota Kai's new role in here is window dressing. New hair, new look. She looks good. But Bayley is the sexiest woman in SmackDown. Okay, so, of course, Io Sky there. Versus Latino World Order's Zelina Vega. This match here, Now, Zelina, she can put on a good match. She might be 85 pounds soaking wet, and I'm surprised that Zelina Vega actually wore 0 body modification gear. So she's 4 foot, maybe 5'3", maybe 5'2", and she's not wearing any lifts to make her it's incredible. I was shocked. Like, wow, going all natural, so to speak, except for the crazy. Regardless, no, for the bitching. Let's go on with the match, and the match was only 2 minutes and 40 seconds, under 3 minutes. I was like, really there? That's what's gonna be. So yeah, and this match was pretty short, I could say. What happens in the match? A lot of back and forth. Now, Zelina Vega, she's got this move. She's supposed to have it adopted from Rey Mysterio. Now, Rey Mysterio, he does the 619. And the 619 is done where your opponent is hanging on the second rope, and he goes through the second and third rope, kicks you in the face. Now, this is, I guess, Zelina Vega, she's super short, so she can't really do the second rope and third rope thing because she's got to do a weird jump. So she had to dumb it down a bit. And Bayley, she's like leaning across the first rope, and then the 619 between the first and second rope is very painful to watch. It is like, wow, really? You decided that? Who decided to okay that one? It's like, well, you look good, said nobody. So that wasn't bad enough. Now we carry on with the match. Zelina Vega goes to the very secondest of the rope, the very middle of rope. Now to middle rope to Zelina Vega is like the top rope to Gunther. Because he's so tall and Zelina's so tiny. So she goes to the second rope. Meteora off the second rope. Play it safe. You don't want to get injured. Hits Bayley with the Meteora. And here's where things just literally fall apart for the match. It's like, wow, really? Really? And this is match of the night? No, actually, this is was match of the night. So Zelina Vega, she goes for her Code Red, or the Pop Rocks, or the Sunset Flip Bomb, Sunset Bomb, And the referee noticed that, Io Sky, she's jumping onto the ring apron. The referee's like, what are you doing over there? And then instead of hitting, taking a bump, whatever, this would be a good spot where, this is where you think Zelina Vega would get the Pop Rocks, going for a pin. The referee's not seeing it because he's getting rid of the Io Sky. And then when she turns around, she kicks out of it, she doesn't get the pin, and then the sequence would continue as planned. But it didn't go that way. This was nonsense because Zelina Vega goes for Pop Rocks, or the Code Red on Bayley. The referee checks on Io Sky, who's jumping on the ring apron. Bayley just knocks her off her shoulders. Bump! Get off me, midget! Flop! You little child! Whoop! Off you go! And she did. She flopped her off. And, of course, it's Zelina. She decides to, after she's knocked off, she decides to give Io Sky the 619, the 6-1 lame, I call it, the 6-1 lame, because it was lame. Anyway, she hits Io Sky barely. She kicks her like in a shin, and what's going on? What's going on here? Before you know it, Zelina turns around to get kneed in the face by Bayley, and then Bayley grabs her by the wrist, puts her arm behind Bayley's knee, and then takes her a bump on her knees, and then drives the Rose Plant. The Rose Plant, it's a finisher. It's a terrible finisher. It should never be used, I don't think, as a finisher, if it's going to be used at all. I think Bayley should move on from the Rose Plant. She should really be gifted the pedigree as a finisher. That would be good. That would be good, I think. A little more convincing as a wrestling move. Because Bayley, her matches as of, I would say even this entire year, has been underwhelming. She brings it with her sexiness, but other than that, the matches are just like this. Well, it happened. It happened. And that's all you can say. And you can say that you've seen Bayley in the match. With her crazy new hairdo, too. I love it. Love it. An ode to Chris Jericho, always. Anyways, moving on. It's Io Sky decides to help Bayley with a beat down on Zelina Vega. Insult to injury. Io Sky, Dakota Kai's out there going, go team, go! Go team, go! And then it's Charlotte Flair decides to join the, Zelina scare off the damage control. At least 2-on-2 now. So, So Io and Bayley take a powder. Next time. We'll see you next time. I couldn't believe, Charlotte can make it to the ring there. Hear music blaring. And sound like someone was, if you're standing in a subway and sort of blaring some weird music. That's what it sounded like. A train a coming. Anyways, yeah, Charlotte running down there with not just the music, but her high heel wrestling boots. I don't know. They're like high heel, whatever. They seem really strange. 9 inches at least. Charlotte Flair, she doesn't need to get any height. She's a tall woman, Moving on. We go to a little bit of in-ring with Triple H. Going in ring with Triple H. He invited Adam Pearce to the ring there, and it becomes basically the whole thing is giving thanks to Adam Pearce for 3 years of incredible work, for incredible job, for a thankless job. And basically, it's news of now you don't have to deal with Raw and SmackDown by yourself. You got some help. And another thing, you're fired. No, just kidding. You're getting promoted. So, you're getting promoted to, you're becoming the new general manager of Monday Night Raw. And before we can do any more talking, we got ourselves the most hated person in wrestling comes to the ring there. It's Dominic Mysterio. Like I say, sad but true. It's Dominic Mysterio. Because that's the music he uses. Anyways, he comes down in the ring there. He's booed every time he talks, and it's like, it's true. It's deafening. He's crazy heat. And it's like, well, there's got to be a reason why Dominic Mysterio's down there. Besides, Dominic was talking about how Fastlane was an absolute failure. That and how that fact that if Fastlane was not a success, and the Judgment Day was screwed, how they lost your tag team titles, and the fact that, on a long roundabout way, that, Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso, they're defending their title in SmackDown, when he's saying that, really, Finn Balor and the Judgment Day, Finn Balor and Damian Priest, should be the first ones in line to challenge. Something like that. Wrapped up like that. So Triple H, he says, you know what? Hey, you're yelling at the wrong people. The wrong people. Adam Pearce, he's the general manager of Monday Night Raw now. So who you want to talk to is, he brings out the new general manager of SmackDown. And we all know him as one thing. And that's Mickie James's husband, Nick Aldis. That's right. I think I'm correct on that. Mickie James's husband, Nick Aldis. So will we see Mickie James again in WWE? Maybe. Odds are pretty good. Anyways, so he's in there, and the question. Anyways, he comes out there, and he has got one thing. The first thing he wants to do, and he silences, Dominic, whatever he has to say, and he complains he's got to say about the Judgment Day. And he does his first act as general manager of SmackDown. Now he says this. They've all been floating this around. Now that Jey Uso is in Monday Night Raw, they need to get someone from Monday Night Raw to bring to SmackDown. And who is it? Why, it's Dylan. That's right. It's Kevin Owens. He comes down to the ring there in a house of fire, and first thing he does is take out Dominic Mysterio with a massive, stunner. And everybody's out of crowd goes, yay! I mean, that was a cheap pop there. Taking out Dominic Mysterio is their first thing. So, yeah, Dominic Mysterio goes out there shamed, the North American champion, though. So, yeah, everybody greets everybody. It's Nick Aldis. He's wants some good, healthy competition with, Adam Pearce. And welcomes Kevin Owens to the fold. And we carry on. And we got ourselves... Roman Reigns and the Bloodline backstage. And it's basically Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman and Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso. Jimmy! And Roman Reigns, he's talking about, like, he still runs the place. Even though he's champion, he's never there. You got to be, like I say. I always say this. You got to be there to run the place. Even though he's a champion, he's just never there. He can't show up like once every 2 months. and then say he runs the place. He don't. So anyways, he starts talking about people who thinks they run the place, and he's saying, hey, Jimmy, what you still doing here? So Jimmy, I guess he's onto things. He's got to take care of business. So Jimmy takes off. It takes Tulsa Oklahoma with him. What are they gonna do? We'll find out later. So next up, we got ourselves Nick Aldis. He finally meets the great one herself, Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. Now this has shocked me, huge, big time. Piper Niven being with Chelsea Green, it is a wonderful thing, Chelsea Green. First of all, a new look. Chelsea Green, they're both of them are dressed very risque. My goodness, Chelsea Green, out of this world. I couldn't keep your eyes on her face, Geez, with something. Piper Niven, she's usually wearing covering completely up. I think she's the sexiest I've ever seen Piper Niven dressed. Wow, shocking to see Piper Niven. I mean, the confidence she's gotten now. I mean, it's next level. It's great to see the two. And they're complaining a little bit about the curse of the tag team titles because Alba Fire and what's that? The Isla Dawn and the curse, so-called curse of people, whoever has it, someone gets injured. And she thinks it's the belts and they should have new belts. So she wants new couture belts, so to speak, made. Some nice belts. But anyways, it's Charlotte Flair. She pops in there and she's rudest welcome ever. Rudest first impression. It's so good. Chelsea, funny to the last moment. She's great. I think, yeah. Chelsea, nothing but good things to say about her. Although, if she goes in the ring doing too much the Santino gimmick, she can be taken too lightly. Anyways, it's, I guess, what's that? Charlotte Flair, she thinks it was all unfair with her match with Io Sky at the Fastlane, and quite frankly, Adam Pearce agrees, and next week there will be a rematch between the two, Io Sky versus Charlotte Flair. And then comes in Triple H with the newest, I guess, signee to the WWE. It's North American Beef, Jade Cargill. That's right. She comes in there. I guess it's the first welcome to both of them. I'm glad you're here. Welcome. They weren't all catty at all. Good stuff. Good stuff by the both of them. Anyways, next up is our main event match. It is a tag team championship match. It is between, Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. Oh my goodness, it is so good. So Jey Uso goes down the ring with his thing. Oh, everybody! And then Cody Rhodes comes down the ring. Oh, everybody, Cody Rhodes. I love Cody Rhodes. His music. Who doesn't love Cody Rhodes' music? It's damn great. Everyone definitely anybody with it. Oh yeah, I think that's good. Let's go. I got a rumbling in my bowels, and I think I'm gonna blow. There's a bathroom stall, I'm finally here. The toilet's there, I'm about to blow. I ate 5 tacos before the show. Shut the door and I sit down on the throne. Oh, whoa. I was never potty trained when I was younger. My father was never there. I did a poo today, don't have to do lingerie. I told my mother, and if he's here today. I can just hear that song over and over again. It's just great. I love the lyrics. I love the song. It's so damn catchy. Anyways, Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso defend their titles against. I guess I call them the what's that? The A-Town. It's Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. The A-Town Effect, I call them. I didn't write it down. I should have done. The A-Town Effect. Austin Theory and Grayson Waller did. And this match was about 9 minutes long. This was fun. This was fun, but clearly we're not going to have a new champions tonight. This match was about 9 minutes long, and now Cody Rhodes starts the match. He ends up tagging out. Now, one thing about this, the tags, they're pretty good except for Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes has got this one weird problem. Now, this is it. when Cody Rhodes is going to get tagged. Now, Cody Rhodes tags in once because he started a match. So he grabs that rope, making sure he's got that rope, and he goes for the tag. And right before the tag, he drops that rope. Make sure he's not holding. He makes sure he's not holding the rope. The rope becomes like lava before the tag. So he drops it and he gets the tag. I'm like, what is going on? Every single time. I'm thinking, will he do it tonight? And he does it tonight. Referee, oh, it doesn't matter. Whatever. Ropes or lava. It is weird. It is weird. Anyways, now we got a moment here where Austin Theory takes out Cody Rhodes. Now, Cody Rhodes was a house on fire ring in there, but later on, he eventually gets overwhelmed by the greatness of Austin Theory and, Grayson Waller. So after that, we got that big move where he picks up, he drops Cody Rhodes on his knee, like almost like a brain buster, except on his knee. So it was pretty good, pretty cool move. Jey Uso had to save the match. Jumps in, breaks up the pin. And then after that, we got Jey Uso giving Grayson Waller a super kick, kicking him outside of the ring, knocking him out of the ring. And then this whole end sequence there. And then he gives Austin Theory a kick to the face, a big super kick party. You know, everybody's invited. And then it's the old Cody and Dunn. Cody one and done, the Cody done and done. I don't know, some dumb name like that. Where it's Jey Uso does what he does. You know, he picks up, his opponent and then drops backwards with them. They're facing each other and drops backwards. And then Cody Rhodes does his Cody Cutter. After that, Jey Uso dives through the ropes, takes out Tope Suicida, second and third rope, takes out Grayson Waller. Leaves the ring there for Cody Rhodes, a finish of Austin Theory with the Crossroads. It's over. You know. But heading out to the ring, we got ourselves a little bit of an issue. We got a face to face. The face to nobody. It's Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes facing down with the Bloodline, who's heading to the ring. It's true. Now, that leads us to our final match. It's going to be the main event match. It's going to be LA Knight versus Solo Sikoa. Surprisingly, nobody's joining Solo Sikoa to the ring there. Solo's going solo in this match here against LA Knight. Now, this one here was about 13 and a half minutes. This was a good match. It was an alright match other than the ending. Which didn't make the match tonight, which made the Bayley match it was tough. It was a tough night for clean wrestling. So it was a lot of back and forth in the match. A lot of it was pretty competitive. Solo Sikoa is a much tougher guy than LA Knight, but LA Knight turns things around by turning a Solo into a 4-point notice. He charges into the ring post. Bang, bang! LA Knight turns things around. He tried to pick up Solo Sikoa before. He couldn't do it. He fell over. But then, this time, with a giant scoop power slam, takes down Solo Sikoa. Now, also, LA Knight, he's got the best. Now, Austin Theory, he has got his elbow. He does the basketball elbow. He goes on the second rope, and he jumps off the second rope with an elbow. That's his elbow. Now, LA Knight, he gets better height standing than Grayson Waller does on the second rope. It's shocking. So, yeah. After that, they scuffle a little bit more. They scuffle. And then they go, bang, they bash me. They go for a double clothesline. Each one going for a clothesline. They knock each other down. And that triggers the final sequence. It's Jimmy! Jimmy charges that ring. He tries to take out some L.A. Knight, but however, it's John Cena. He hits the ring there, and he gives old Jimmy Uso, Jimmy, the attitude adjustment. But then after that, he gets old, Spike Owed, the Samoan spiked by Solo Sikoa. He goes down, and after that, apparently, John Cena's like, "Oh, that's it. I'm going home." So John Cena packs his shit and goes away. I don't know. He just disappears. And then after that, we got ourselves blunt force trauma on Solo Sikoa. Turns around, blunt force trauma, and then Solo Sikoa loses blunt force trauma, baby. But after the match here, LA Knight turns to, start getting some adulations from the crowd for winning, but he gets speared out of his boots by Roman Reigns. And just like in the first sequence there, where, John Cena just watches LA Knight getting beaten up, same thing. John Cena's nowhere to be seen. LA Knight gets speared by, Roman Reigns. And Roman Reigns, I guess this is going to be the next match. The question is, will Roman Reigns be defending his title within this year, or will it be 2024? I'm thinking probably 2024. There's got to be there's going to be at least a couple months build up for this match. But anyways, that wraps it up for this episode of SmackDown, and concludes for our podcast now, sir. It concludes this entire episode of The Wrestling Show. So, if you've stuck around for the end of the show, I know I hold a very special place in my heart just for you. So, stick around for next time on The Wrestling Show. I'm your host, Lip Hazlewood, saying, again, see you next time on The Wrestling Show.